Hey, what's happening everyone? Journeyman here and welcome to Football Manager 2019. The moment has finally arrived. We get to play the beta for Football Manager 2019 and it's been a long wait. There's been such hype for this version of the game ever since they started to release more and more footage, live streams, they created a content event. It was obviously a huge hype. I don't think I've experienced such a hype around a football management game in so long. So I'm really excited to get my hands in here. If you guys are new to the channel, please do me a favor, go ahead and hit subscribe, turn those notifications on as well. You will see daily football management content on this channel. For the 2-week run of the beta, we'll be taking over as manager of Southampton, hence why you probably clicked on this video. Name of the series is going to be Save Our Saints. We're going to try and turn around some of the fortunes at Southampton Football Club while we learn the ropes of Football Manager 2019. And then when the full game gets released, we're going to have one or maybe two main saves for the channel. One of them is going to be a journeyman's journey, a non-league to legend style journey where we go into Europe. Don't know where we're going to go, don't know where we're going to start up, don't know where we're going to end. It's going to be hopefully a long and very entertaining journey for myself and obviously for you, the viewer. Alright, so without further ado, let's jump straight into career mode and let's go and load up Southampton Football Club. Now, I'm going to do a quick start for now. I'm not going to worry about adding all those extra leagues and stuff like that. Again, it's only going to be a 2-week period. I'm going to try and turn on the fortunes of Southampton. Obviously, we're a club, unfortunately, on the decline, I would say. We used to have a very good squad until we decided to sell everyone off to Liverpool. Players like Mane, Lallana, Nathaniel Klein, Wanyama, Schneiderlin, Luke Shaw. The list just goes on and on. Obviously, Virgil van Dijk most recently. I can't believe I almost forgot him. But anyway, the list goes on and on and on. We had a really strong, very good team. But unfortunately, the management sold it on and they just replaced it with, well, I'm going to be very frank here, they replaced it with garbage. And it's a very frustrating time to be a Southampton supporter. So football management games like this one, and obviously Football Manager 2019 is now going to give me the chance to try and turn those fortunes around. Don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I'm most likely going to get fired, but we'll give it a go nevertheless. So anyway, we're just waiting for the loading to finish up here, and then we can take a look at Football Manager 2019. I'm playing this essentially for the first time. I've loaded this game up. I hit record. So I'm going to go through the screens kind of bit by bit and learning. There's going to be a couple of awkward silences in there while I try and work out what's going on. But yeah, let's just dive into it. As you can see, here's my manager, FM Journeyman. English nationality, born in Banbury, born and raised in Banbury. Automatic qualifications, that's fine. We'll just use that profile and we'll go about our day. We don't got to fix this. Obviously, when we do the Journeyman's Journey, those will be the lowest settings. But anyway, let's just dive straight in. Here we go. Football Manager 2019. Welcome. Alright, so fine. That's fine. Save. Whatever. Alright. Keep on going. Alright, by the way, as you can tell, it looks nothing like me. In the future, I will be doing a generated face using like a profile picture, but I haven't taken one because I literally just got off work. I came rushing home and started the save straight away. My birds are pissed off at me, as you can hear behind. They're absolutely screaming at me, telling me to come and feed them or something. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to do that in the future. Watch the space, essentially. Watch the space. Anyway, here we go. Football Manager 2019. Let's get started. All right, so Journeyman takes over at Southampton in the Southampton hot seat. All right, welcome to Southampton Football Club. All right, so we're given a 1-year deal of £53,000. Director of Football Les Reed, boo, is responsible for offloading players, either permanently on loan. That's fine by me. Staff members, this is largely the same. Assistant manager Mark Bowen, he'll do for now. Okay, good. They want to play possession football, attacking football. Young players. I mean, that is the Southampton way. By the way, I do want to play the Southampton way. I forgot to mention that. The Southampton way that we had going for a while when we started to make our way up. We went back-to-back promotions and then got up to, 6th place in the table, I think our highest finish. We played a very attacking football, high-pressing football, and we used a lot of youth players, brought them through, and then obviously sold some on for many millions. But the Southampton way is certainly to play attacking possession football, at least in most recent years. Back when I started watching the club, it was garbage football. But they played attacking football for a period of time, and that's the area that we're going to focus on. So let's go ahead and send the meetings. All right, so hi FM, welcome to the Saints. Take a few minutes, welcome, handing over assistant manager, blah, blah, blah. This looks essentially the same here. A lot of history. Yeah, I have a close affinity. I don't need to be told about Southampton Football Club. I obsess about them far too much. Play possession and play attacking. I don't feel a meeting is required. Press conference. We'll do a press conference. We'll see anything has changed there. Okay, brilliant. Let's go talk to Mark Bowen. All right, so hi, Mark. Yeah, we'll do an inter-squad friendly. Actually, that's probably how we'll finish the episode. We'll do an inter-squad friendly, and we'll take a quick look at the new, anything new inside the graphics and the 3D match engine. All right, so written report. Yep, I'd love to see the report. Meeting with your staff. Yep, I'd like to meet the staff. I'm not going to do any of the tasks. I'm going to do the tasks myself. I would like to do the tasks myself, be honest with you, just because I want to get my hands dirty. And this is a year that I really want to try and focus on training, which had a massive overhaul, obviously, and tactics. There's been a lot of changes there too. So, tactics introduction. This is new to the screen. So, tactics express how you want your team to play. The key aspects of any tactic are outlined below, and the numerous ways you can customize your tactic and exact requirements. All right, so let's take the tactics introduction right now. All right, so overview. Okay. What next? All right, perfect. When you're finished, I'll be back here. A few more things you might want to consider. Okay, where do we go now? Wow, it's been like 2 seconds, and I think I've managed to break the game. Oh, it's up here in the top right. It's behind my HUD. All right, so let's see. We want to play attacking football. You want to play possession-based football. So, could do control possession. Don't think we got the quality to do tick-attacker. Vertical tick-attacker. Dominant ball possession, emphasizing moving the ball vertically rather than side to side. We could do that one. Try and get the ball forward early. Route 1. These probably aren't going to be any good to us. So, let's just do control possession. Control possession. Attack that focus on retaining possession and pressing high to win the ball back. Looks to play out of defense and create chances through patient, short passing build-up. That I can work with that. Positive mentality, which by the way now is control. We used to be control, sorry. In possession, shorter passing, play out of the fence, work the ball in the box, slightly lower tempo, take short kicks, distribute to centre backs, counter press. Out of possession, high defensive line. It's a little concerning. High line of engagement, more urgent, prevent goalkeeper distribution. That's fine. All right, so what kind of tactics shall we use for Saints? Now, previously, I've been critical about Southampton not playing 2 up top, so I think I'm going to play 2 up top if I can. However, the game recommends I do something like this. I don't know if I have a good attacking central midfielder, though, to utilize. Armstrong, perhaps. Let's do... How does that look? We could play Armstrong, and Shadow Striker could be Danny Ings. That might be a look. Then we've got 2 wing backs. We've got Cedric, and we have Ryan Bertrand. All right. Obviously, I'm going off knowledge of my own team here, which is one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to pick Southampton. 2 midfielders. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this. Mark Hughes tried to do something pretty similar, actually. So you create a tactic will become primary train tactic. This will be your club's tactical identity and will aid assistant man in setting up weekly training schedules. You must also create an alternate tactic to be trained for familiarity. All right, so here we go. Tactics are broken down to 3 main areas: possession, transition, out of position. Okay. All right. So this looks pretty good. All right. So far, I'm really liking this layout, by the way. It's very, very clean, very simple, very easy to understand. All right. So transition defines situations when your players either lose possession or win it back, as well as when the goalkeeper has the ball. Okay. That makes sense. Let me see. During phase out of possession, you need to set up a defensive line's position, how aggressively you intend to mark, press, and tackle the opposition. The last thing you do is pick a starting 11 or assistants to do it for you. Okay, so off the bat, they've given me my best lineup. I can roll with that for now. Ryan Bertrand's playing centre half. Not really on board with that one, but we'll fix it. We'll fix it in time. So Cedric, Romeo, Lamina, Stephen Davis, Armstrong, and Danny Ings leading the line there. Okay. I'm going to make some changes, obviously, but we're okay with that for now. So each player with the starting 11 is assigned a role. These roles dictate the instructions given to the player within that position. That's fine by me. Awesome. That's fine. I could switch gun to the... I want to be a sweeper keeper, be honest with you. That's fine. Keep moving. Team fluidity, flexible. That's fine as well. Possessions and roles assigned to players who determine the team's fluidity, and it's up to you to decide what kind of shape fits the best of your chosen strategy. Okay. All right. Makes sense. Close sense of fitness, naturally. All right, so finally in the meat and potatoes of the game, the tactics screen. So far, very impressed. Very, very good. Very, very good starts. How can Danny Ings play that role? Right now he's listed just as a striker. I'm pretty sure that he can play that role, can't he? He can do a job there. Yeah, we'll think about it. We're not going to worry about selecting players too much. Obviously, we started right at the start of preseason, so we have the whole of preseason to get through here. So, opening game, go Bournemouth and Watford. That'll be in the next episode. Give you a heads up because I've got a lot of work to do here. Try and sort this out and try and understand what's going on. Oh yeah, by the way, I do like, now they're breaking it up, by the way, now I've gone by month rather than just one big long page. It kind of makes it pretty good, pretty easy to understand. It's actually pretty awesome. That's awesome. Let's take a quick look at our first team, actually. Yeah, let's do this. Let's take a look at the Southampton team. Let's do the whole team, and I need to set this up too. I have my own view of what I like to see on my general screen. I've got to obviously set that up. Coaching, tactics, let's do, oh, this is new. Best position, where's scouting? Okay. I'm looking for my assistant's recommendation on, I'm looking for star ratings essentially. Doesn't seem to, oh, here we go, ability. New, that's a new tab. All right, so we'll do current ability, and then we'll insert one more column, and then we'll do potential ability. Because I want to take a look at the teams, a couple of players in the team. We'll order size all those columns. Beautiful. All right, so looking at here, we got our kind of 5-6 best players here. Mario Lemina, centre midfielder, obviously a box-to-box midfielder, can do a little bit of everything. Supremely talented, probably one of the next Saints players to leave in real life. Olio Romeo, hard-working player, not very gifted technically at all. As you can see, his stats accurately represent that. But he is pretty good as far as physicality and kind of a good, kind of like ball-winning midfielder in there. Cedric, defending not great, going forward, definitely a threat. Obviously part of the Portugal squad. El Yunusi, now this is a player that I'm looking to get most of this year. Now, the problem with the formation I've picked doesn't really suit him. He can play inside as an attacking midfielder, a playmaker, and that's something I might try to utilize. Certainly looks like a little bit more of a winger, though. I might have to rethink my tactical shapes, try and get him involved, because I do think this guy's got a ton of potential. Only 23 years old. I think the sky's the limit for him. Wesley Hood, for some reason, apparently is our best centre-half. I don't know about that. I think he's been atrocious this year, but we don't have much choice. James Ward-Prowse, apparently, very highly rated here. He can play the role as attacking midfielder, too. Forgot he played for England one game for some strange reason. Anyway, potential ability 4 can grow a little bit. Obviously, Prowsey, homegrown talent. I'd like to try and get the best out of him. Charlie Austin. If he can stay fit, Charlie Austin is actually a pretty decent striker. He really is. But staying fit is the key thing for him. And this season, he hasn't started very well. Danny Ings, best striker in the club. Don't need to talk about him anymore. Danny Ings, just top player. Nathan Redmond. Player that started strongly this year, but he's atrocious. Last season, absolutely atrocious. I think he's on to what now? 50 games without a goal or assist in the first team. I don't really get why he keeps getting started over a few other names, but I guess he gives pace. I guess that's why he started. Anyway, Yannick Vestergaard, new signing, big guy, 6'6", just a no-nonsense centre-back pretty much. Who also got Carrillo, apparently, who's one of our better players. He's out on loan right now to Leganes. Can I bring him back? No, I can't, unfortunately. Would have been nice to have him back. Ryan Bertrand. Armstrong, this is a player I wanted to look at. One of the new signings over the summer. Has potential. Had a couple of good years with Celtic and then wasn't great last year. We got him on a kind of a bargain deal of £7 million or something like that. But whatever the case was, he could be a key player for us. And then a bunch of other players. Forster, he's got to go, by the way. He's one of the players I've got to try and get rid of. £70,000 a week. I just want to get rid of him. Transfer list. This is new agent feedback. My client would prefer to stay at Southampton, but is open to speaking to other clubs. Well, I don't want to keep you, so I'm not even going to engage that. I feel like I'd be risking something if I engaged him in that right now. But anyway, let's take a look at potential. What potential players do we have Maybe some wonder kids in here. Who knows? Callum Slattery, on the verge of first team in real life. Promising looking midfielder. Only 19 years old. Certainly has a lot of promise there. Who we have? Michael Obafemi, who actually got a game for Saints last year. I remember coming on, and he almost got the winner at the end. Strength, 1. 1 out of 20. Oof. That's going to have to get a lot better. But everything else does look promising. 5'6", little guy. Acceleration, pace, obviously his strong points. 5-star potential. Only 17 years old, so he could be a big player there going forward for us. Not literally, but I think you understood what I meant. Kieran Freeman could play centre-half, right back. Promising right back there. Where's Jan? Jan Valery. Yeah, he was showing a lot of promise too. He's kind of dipped off a little bit, but he's a promising player of the future. Angus Gunn, he's the future of the club. As far as Alex McCarthy's done very, very well this year, to be fair to him, but Young is certainly the future of the team, and he'll be starting most of the games for me. Take a look at Jake Watkins. Promising fullback, lots of pace. Good. Promising's there. All right, so anyway, we'll reset this back to the first team again. So yeah, that's a quick overview of the squad. Obviously, we'll delve a bit more into it as the season goes on. Let's do some other stuff. Let's look at the dynamics of the side. So, no unhappy players at the club right now. Let's take a look at the influence, the hierarchy. Stephen Davis, Bertrand, and Shane Long are the leaders. Shane Long, I might try and move him on again. A lot of money there, £60,000, and scored 20 goals in 120 games for us. Not exactly the kind of record you want for a striker earning that kind of money. Ryan Bertrand, obviously team captain. Stephen Davis, vice captain. He's getting on a bit now, 33 years old, but can still do a job off the bench, I'm sure. Everyone else is pretty much fit, apart from Jan Benwick. Apparently, he's a little bit of a loner down there. Yeah. Social groups. We've got the core, and we have a secondary. Everything's pretty normal there. No needs that. Let's do a team meeting. There isn't a suitable reason. Well, I just joined the club. I think that's a pretty suitable reason. All right, tactics. We've gone over tactics. Team reports. Let's do staff real quick. What do you got staff-wise? Need a few more coaches. Need a fitness coach. Let's go and try and find one of those. Excellent. Scouting team looks nice and full. Let's also try and bring in maybe another general coach. That's fine. All right, perfect. Medical team, that looks fine as well. Training. All right, so this is the new training module. Now, I haven't done training. I'm not going to lie. I haven't done training in about 2 or 3 seasons in Football Manager. So I'm really looking forward to this year, and I'm interested. Let's just dive into it. All right, so the primary tactic defines the tactical identity of the club. So we've gone over that. So next. All right, so I will automatically plan training based on the needs of the primary tactic as well as a stage of the season with my own personal preferences. But you're, of course, free to change the sessions at any point. Days are made up in 3 sessions, 2 base, and the extra session. Okay. Different sessions will be different impacts on things like attributes, tactical, injury risk. Impacts vary dependent on which unit the player is in. The unit which is primary focus of a session will see the biggest impacts. Okay, well, that's logic, isn't it? You can devise your own tailored training schedules from scratch or choose a curated list prepared by the coaching staff. Okay, good. Units. Another new screen. This all looks very, very in detail. By default, players will take part in the unit that best suits their position, but you're free to move players between units. This can be useful when you want to retrain a player's position. Okay, now this is beautiful. I love this. Goalkeeping unit, defensive, attacking unit. Awesome. Awesome. And I like this button here too. Add, remove, reserve, or youth player for the first team training. So bringing a youth player in, you can kind of gauge how he performs against other first team players. This is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic addition this year. Football Manager, if you're watching this, great job. I doubt you're watching this. Anyway, mentoring. Okay, so players are asked to work together in mentoring groups. All right, it might pick up personality traits from each other as well as playing traits. They can be particularly useful for younger players who might learn a thing or two being mentored by a more experienced player. Boss. All right, individual training. All right, so keep track of performance in training. Each player is assigned to training rating 1 to 10. The rating takes their performance over the last 7 days of training into account. All right, so you basically get a weekly training report. So as you can see here, Alex McCarthy's got a 7.85 out of 10. So that's good. Matthew Target, 8.3. So he's obviously training very hard. Hoiberg's training very hard, 8.25. Romeo, however, 6.85, hasn't trained very well. So this gives you a really good indication on what players deserve kind of a run out. If you're kind of torn between the two, one's had a really good week, one hasn't had a good week, you know who to pick. It kind of gives you all that information. This is mind-blowing. I actually might have to spend hours on this just trying to get used to it. And yeah, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I think I'm losing my mind. Anyway, perfect. So you can decide which position each player should train in. This determines which attributes are improved through coaching. You're also able to assign extra individual training or control the intensity of the players you train at. Okay, excellent. All right, so obviously this goes on condition now. So, all right, so to help make sure players stay in condition, you can know what level of training you want the players to take part in, depending on the fitness levels. Or make sure to manage their training levels appropriately. So obviously, if they are 90% condition, they can train a little bit harder. 59% less, you probably shouldn't be training that hard. Really simple, but a great addition nevertheless. Keep moving. All right, so the coaching team will help lead sessions on the training pitch. Better coaches will lead to better results in training. Makes sense. It's also important to keep an eye on workload to make sure you get the most out of their expertise. All right, cool. Now you're familiar with training, please select what you would like to take control of yourself and what you would like to delegate to staff. So, general training. Yeah, I'm going to try and do it all. Obviously, this is the beta. We'll over that onto the backroom staff, the individual training for youth teams. I'll do general training. Actually, I'm going to focus on the first team. It doesn't make sense to try and stretch myself out too much. I'm going to do just the first team for the beta, and then maybe for the full save, I'll maybe go on to youth if I want to. But I think for now, I'm going to focus on doing stuff for the first team for now, at least the beta run. All right, so here it is, training module. Pristine, looks fantastic. Training performance, by the way, I think so far has been my favorite addition. No bad performance in training, that's good. That's a good start. Training happiness, content with training overall. Everyone's pretty happy with training so far, which is great. Let's see what we can do here. So, what day is it? 25th. All right, so June 26th. We have physical. Obviously, it's pre-season, so you should probably stick to physical, but I'm going to take a look at some of these screens real quick. So, match preparation, attacking, defending. Let's look at attacking real quick. Attacking wings, attacking patient, attacking directs. Defending, engage, disengage, wide, ground defense, aerial defense. Technical, chance conversion, chance creation, ball distribution, transition press, ball retention. Wow, this is... Oh, geez, it's even extracurricular activities. You know what? No, I'm going to do that, actually. I'm going to do... There you go. Attributes, teamwork goes up apparently. Condition slightly reduced. Team cohesion slightly increased. Priority, can I change that? Okay. Okay, yeah. I got all that just priority as it tells you kind of what impacts the most from top to bottom. Primary focus, all players. That's fine. Yeah, we'll do a community outreach. It's always good to give back to the community. So, and then we have a game against Bromby on Saturday. But obviously, we do have a game tomorrow. I don't know if that automatically impacts it because of a training. Maybe the training will be cancelled and we'll go straight to the game. That's most likely what's going to happen there. So let's look at training calendar real quick. Oh wow, I can literally plan for months. This is freaking cool. This is really awesome. You can pretty much tactical style control position. Okay, yes, you can pretty much do the entire season. You can sit down and you can work out what you want to do training for the entire season. That is, love it. Absolutely love it. Blown away. Again, mind blown so far by this change to Football Manager. This definitely changes. This ups the game. I'll tell you that much. Literally ups the game. All right, so all of this is obviously very, very detailed. Jeez, units. I gotta spend hours on this. I'll do this off the camera, but I gotta spend hours on this. It's half intensity. It's fine. Condition plus. Double intensity. Make him work hard. I'm going to be one of those kind of coaches. All right. I'll leave this for now. I'm going to come back to it. I may do a video in the future if I get my hands like really, really into it and then figure out some of the really good habits of doing it. But for now, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to go away, and my laptop tonight, I'm going to spend hours just playing with that training screen, and I'm going to bring back any important information that I think might be worth sharing with you. I can't forget that I'm playing a save right now. I'm absolutely enthralled by all this so far. It's very hard to keep track, and I do apologize for that, by the way. I also apologize for the freaking bathroom sink that's in here. Literally, I've got a bathroom sink. I'm remodeling my bathroom right now, and I have a freaking sink. See, there's 1, 2 sink. I've got the whole thing in there. I do apologize for that, by the way, if you've noticed, if you haven't noticed. Anyway, we keep moving forward. All right, so medical center. This was new last year. Doesn't look like anything's changed with this one. We'll keep on going. Scouting. Scouting's changed a little bit this year, just a little bit. Let's see how much money we have to spend. 32, wage budget 131. Now, what I do want to find, I want to get a striker. I want a striker. Actually, I should get an attacking midfielder in this formation. Let's do, you know what? We need another defender, because Wesley Hoot isn't good enough, in my opinion, long term. But I'm going to sign my favorite defender. I'm going to try and sign my favorite defender. I'm going to sign him yet. From Football Manager 2018, Delict. Now, 7.25, ball playing defender, fits the system to a T. Let's try and bring him in. Let's do 9 million. Let's do after international appearances. Let's say 10 games. Let's give them an extra 10 million. 19 million. They want 46 million. I can't afford that. I'll give you. It's a lot of money, isn't it? What we could do though, spread installments. Let's do installments, 6 installments. Let's do of $1 million. 6 installments. Add an extra 5 million onto the deal. 26 million total. I'm going to lower this quite a bit because it's going to deduct a lot from our budget. Let's do 5 games for and 1 million. Potential value. Let's do 10 million. 6 installments. Budget of 17.5 on the year. All right, so potential value excess of 26 million. All right. Suggest those terms. They wanted to accept 16 million, 14 million installments, 31 million total. I'll give you 14 million. And they decline. All right, well, we'll make them think about it again. We'll do 15 million. Let's see how they come back on that one. All right, so let's keep on going here. So Matthew Ryan, goalkeeper. Not interested in Matthew Ryan. Nathan Aki doesn't want to sell. I'm unlikely to sign him. He would be a decent signing on Nathan Aki. He's played for Chelsea. Then obviously he's at Bournemouth right now. That would be a nice addition. Iheanacho, Ben Chilwell. I'd love to sign. Some of these players I would love to sign, by the way. But, oh, where's this guy? He looks cheap. That's all about Southampton, cheap after all. Thomas Hoopschman. Check into player, 58 caps to his name. Obviously experienced, versatile. Can play anywhere at the back, can play in midfield as well. Could be available on the cheap. We've already kind of clogged up the middle of the park. I'm not really interested in that. I would love to freaking sign Ryan Sessegnon. But the problem is 38 to 58 million. I need to get rid of some players first before I bring any players in. Yeah, so I've got to try and get rid of players first. My wage budget's pretty good, 131,000. Transfer budget 32 million. Doesn't leave me a lot of room. Let's do a player search. Let's take a look at any possible free agents. I always like to do this. Football Manager game, unattached free agents. Let's sort them out by... Oh, Paul Konchesky, that's a must sign, isn't it? That's a must sign in, Paul Konchesky. He really would take us to the next level. Let's do it by international. Let's take a look. Alan Smith's still going apparently. Robbie Keane's available on a free transfer. Robbie Keane. Why is it tempting for me to bring in Robbie Keane? It shouldn't be tempting. Sully Montari. Now, he could do a job still. 33 years old midfielder. We got lots of midfielders already. But an experienced Solly Montari coming off the bench might not be bad. Patrice Evra. Oh yeah, we do need a backup right back. I mean, Evra isn't that. Chris Baird is. Played for Derby last year, but he's getting on too old now. Too old. Too old. A lot of these guys are going to be too old, admittedly. Mike Miguel Valesso. Playmaker midfielder. Could give Romeo and a Højbjerg a run for their money. James Collins. He was at West Ham, obviously, recently. He could come in and do a job coming off the bench. He's not really starting players. Berbatov. How much would he want? Just out of interest. He wants to be a first-team player. A few offers on the table. Let's take. We'll talk to Berbatov and see what he wants. Because someone like Berbatov might be a nice little pickup, especially coming off the bench last 10-15 minutes of a game. If you need some kind of magic to happen, Berbatov is that kind of player that can give you that, even at his age. Jibril Cisse, that's a name. That's a name that was when he signed for Liverpool, Bolton. He was an interesting character. He was a very interesting character, Jibril Cisse. Sami Nasri, I'd love to bring in Sami Nasri. He fits this system to an absolute freaking T. Let's go ahead and talk to him real quick. He wants £100,000 a week. And he's banned until the new year. That's a lot of money to commit to someone that's not going to play for us until January. Another player I'd love to bring in, but I don't think it's really going to be realistic. Glenn Johnson, that actually might be a really nice pickup as a backup right back. And he wants to be a backup too. He's happy about that. Because we have Cedric right now, and then we have youth players. So if we're bringing Glenn Johnson, he might be able to do a good job for me this season. All right, so transfers, obligations, new signings coming in, loan players. All right, preseason preparation. Tactical. Could do light, normal, heavy, technical. Okay, we'll leave that for now. I know it sounds like I don't know what I'm doing. It's because I don't know what I'm doing right now. That's a pretty accurate assessment there of things right at the moment in time. All right, competitions, top half finish, of course. Why wouldn't we go for top half? We're only 18th right now on the table or whatever we're at. That's fine. How much, if we go for Europe, it's only 8 million, it's not much. How about Champions League? 48? No, it's not going to happen. I'm going to get fired. 6th round in the FA Cup? Quarterfinal of the Carabao gives us $1 million extra. And quite a bit, and a little bit more in budget, actually, in the wage budget department. We're going to go for the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. That's actually a cup competition we could win. All right, so Bromby accept transfer proposal. All right, so schedule changes. Okay, so remember I talked about changes. I guess because it's the match. Obviously, I set up a friendly. Mine's my youth team. They've changed it automatically, which is great. Okay, good. All right, introduce yourself to the squad. All right, so, hi, boys. How's it going? We'll do top half finish. Exactly what I'm after. Everyone's happy. Everyone goes about their day beautifully. What a good start that was. Players responding already. All right, so Glenn Johnson is going to talk to me. $6,000 a week. That's a bargain, isn't it? That's a bargain. To sit on the bench, £6,000 a week, Glenn Johnson. His level of experience and versatility. Berbatov wants $19,000. Okay. That's workable. This is workable wages so far. 1 year deal as well. Obviously not much of a risk. Appearance fees, okay. Landmark, 20 goals. He's not going to get 20 goals this season. 1 year extension after 20 games. I'll push it to 25. He accepted that offer. Okay. So a couple of experienced heads coming in to help us out, turn things around. Ajax are going to think about De Ligt's offer. So we're still waiting to hear back from there. Oh, this is a new screen. So, notable journalists in attendance, Josh Collins of Radio Solent, Jack Whitfield of Sky Sports News, Ian Osborne of 442, Dan Burgess of Football 365, and Christian Wojciech of Goal. Likely talking points, new job, style, and relationship with the board. Let's go ahead and attend the press conference. Hey, new screen. This looks cool. This is cool. It kind of reminds me of Football Manager 442, sorry, Football Manager 442 Touchline Passion, an old Football Management game from the early 2000s. It was weird. It was, you had to face the media. Anyway, I'll do a video on that another time. Anyway, hi FM. What initial thoughts of taking the Southampton job? Very excited. Very excited. You stand here unveiled as a new Southampton manager. As a big fan of the club, surely this must be a dream come true. I've dreamt of this moment for years, or at least the last couple of weeks when I decided I was going to play Southampton in the FM beta. Many people think Southampton's wage budget is simply too small. Are you going to approach Chairman Ralph Kruger? Boo. Ask him to increase the wage budget. I don't want to discuss finances. It's a little bit rude to do that. Do you feel your ambitions of the club are matched by the chairman? Absolutely. Do you feel the expectations asked of you this season has been fair and realistic? Sure. I keep the board happy. Why not? You've taken a step into football management despite just being 20 years old. Yeah, I'm 20 years old. Critics have suggested that you will struggle to command respect in the dressing room. What do you say about that? I don't think age is important. A lot of these are the same questions, and I presume they have the same repercussions on the answers. So I'm doing a lot of same, basically what I would have done in Football Manager 2018. But have you made any decisions regarding your background team? Nope, not yet. Does the squad necessarily quality achieve its targets? I don't know the answer to that yet. Have you met your players yet? Excited for a fresh start. I've woken the supporters play and moving the club forward. The fans are a massive part. That's a new question. How far can you take this club? We're going to aim high. Not intent on being if you're not intent on being the absolute best you can be while you're even in the business. I want long-term success out of the club, and I hope to make the vision a reality. That's a good one. How hard do you expect to work with players on the training ground? I want to embrace everyone. I want everyone to work hard. While some managers are famous with a hands-on approach, others maintain a more reserved manner with the players. How do you see your management style? I want everyone to know that they can come to me about anything. Yeah, I'm a pretty open guy. You can certainly come to me with anything. So, excellent. So, high potential players: Josh Sims, Harry Lewis, Will Smallbone. All right, so let's go ahead and let's play a game. That'd be a good way to finish this episode. Obviously, it's gone kind of long now. 40 minutes in, almost crazy. Having too much fun. But here we go, up against an under-23 team. This would be a good way to start, get up a victory. Not a good way to start here, though. Berbatov has decided that he's going to go play for Seattle Sounders. He went MLS, why not? And he's getting a lot more money, to be fair. He's getting $69,000 a week while I was offering him, what would I offer him, like $16K or something? Anyway, up against an under-23 team. Couple players aren't available, though. Vestergaard is not available, so Stevens will start there. At right back, we'll do James Ward-Prowse. He might be a good long-term solution and getting retrained as a wing back. That's fine. Up top, Davis can start. And then, yeah, we just got to take off some of the players aren't available. My squad isn't that big, actually, looking at it. We might have to invest in some players. We'll try and get some players back in. Sam Gallagher back in there. Okay. There you go. Let's get this game started. Oh, Buffal has been loaned out to another club. Where's Buffal? There you're number 12. Okay, that's fine. All right, so here we go. Proceed to the match. First match in Football Manager 2019. Let's get it going. All right, so let's see what's changed about this year. So this is a new screen too. Obviously, you're in the dressing room. The players in good spirits, fairly attentive and ready to listen. Remind the team, expect them to get a certain result here. Excellent. Players reacted well. So, all right, let's get it going. First match. Let's kick off. First match. Southampton versus Southampton under-23s in Football Manager 2019. Hopefully it's the start of something special. And we have got to fix this real quick. Sounds come off. Match speed during highlights. Slightly faster. Match speed, highlights, excellent. And we missed a chance, though. I think that was Armstrong in the back post. We're going to do extended highlights for now. What other things do we do? We should pause the game, really, shouldn't we? So we can focus on the action. Pause, we'll do... Can we zoom in a little bit? No, we're on director, aren't we? So let's director's fine for now. Replay we'll do behind the goal this year. Obviously this will change as well if I feel the need to. But anyway, let's continue now. So, alright, so Valerie could be in trouble. And it's a red card for that. Not sure about that. That didn't seem like it was a red card of offense. Here's a set piece though. And so far the animations do actually look a little bit better this year. They look a lot smoother in the player movement. Not too sure about that floodlight angle though. I'm not really a big fan of that. Alright, so ball gone long here. The Davis. But yeah, as I was saying, this kind of formation is something I want to kind of stick with, I think. It's good ball movement and gets in. First goal, Football Manager 2019. Stephen Davis with the goal, the old head, the vice captain of the team. Also an assist there for Matty Target, who apparently had a really good training sessions midweek. So got him a start here. Obviously, naturally, Bertrand will be playing left wing, but Matt Target, he was wanted by Fulham, I think, quite a bit in the summer. They put a few bids in. Obviously spent last season alone at Fulham. Getting himself a goal, getting himself an assist there. So Matt Target might have a big future. We'll have to see. All right, so we're controlling possession pretty well, pretty nicely so far. But you would expect to do that though against your under 23 team. I'm interested to see how Ward-Prowse is actually going to play. Be honest with you, a right wing back, because he might be a long-term solution if we could retrain him. There's Danny Ings, and he makes it 2-0. Gets in there. Danny Ings, 2-0. Another assist there from Matt Target. Getting forward. He got a ton of space there. I like that switch ball from Jack Stevens as well. Found Matt Target in a lot of space, and he picked out Danny Ings absolutely beautifully. And a good header as well from Danny. Not the tallest in there, amongst much, much taller and stronger defenders. But he rose well, to be fair to the guy. So, looking at the screen too, I'm liking the fact that it's highlighting some key players out there, like Matt Target right now. You can see it's gone green. Here's Bertrand from distance. But I do like how, as you can see, Matt Target there, 8.00, right? 2 assists to his name, is confident, and I like the fact that they've highlighted that in green, so it really draws your eyes to it and lets you know that, hey, that's the player that's really playing well, or the opposition player that you need to focus on. But anyway, here's Davis now. Lamina, ambitious header. Fraser Forster, by the way, playing in goal for Southampton 23s. Gonna put it in. Prowse flicks it on. There's Davis in the box. Ricochets around. And there are some slight oddities in the match engine, but as I mentioned early in this video, it is the beta. There's going to be a lot of bugs and things that aren't quite perfect yet, because the full game doesn't actually get fully released for another 2 weeks or so, and I'm sure they'll brush up on some stuff between then and now. But half-time here, 2-0, and things are looking pretty good for us. We're playing some nice stuff, got a couple of goals. Really, as a manager, that's all you can ask for. Let's make a change, though. Let's change some stuff around. Let's bring off Davis. Let's bring on El Yunusi to play in the attacking playmaker role. Let's bring on Højbjerg to play as a ball-winning midfielder. Shane Long. Let's bring in Shane Long up top. I'm interested here because what I can do here is use the new formation as a pressing forward, which used to be the old defensive forward player role. Used to be so defensive forward, but they're going to do defend and support. But now they changed it to pressing forward. You can now have an attack option, which is, I want to give that a go because that might be really useful in this formation, especially someone like Shane Long. That really is where he thrives. That's the only reason I think he's still at Southampton, to be honest with you. Also, we're going to give Nathan Redmond a go at wing back. Defensively, he's atrocious, so it's a bit of a gamble here. But we'll take a look at him there and let's see if he can put in a solid shift. And obviously, as preseason goes on, he's one of the players that I might try and look to move on, Nathan Redmond. Especially if I want to stick with this formation. He's not going to get a lot of games, and he's in a lot of money up, and I could probably get some decent money reinvested into areas of the team that kind of need it more. Because let's face it, we need a lot of investment. We need a lot of investment, especially at the back line right now of Stevens. I mean, I guess the first team would be Stevens, Vestergaard, and Hoyt right now. Penalty, but apparently it was a penalty. But I think that was outside the box. I got to take another look at that again. I think that was outside the box. So yeah, it's going to go back here. It was maybe kind of on the line. Yeah, I don't know about that. All right. whatever. Alright, so penalty here is taking this one. I think that's Armstrong. Nope, Shane Long. Shane Long's going to step up here. It's an awful penalty, Shane Long. Oh, Shane Long, Shane Long, Shane Long. I both love and despise you sometimes. Alright. So I'm not going to make any more changes simply because I don't really have any other players I can bring on. I could maybe bring on Gabbiadini, playing behind what Armstrong is. Also, I was thinking about maybe doing something like this. A little bit different. Elanusi can play there, and Gabbiadini can play there. We can just put him as a inside forward. Let's give that a go. Half an hour, let's do something different, weird and wacky. It is a new game after all, and obviously a lot of this save, this 2-week save with a lot of experimentation. Obviously trying to work out what kind of formation works best. That's a great challenge. Came straight from behind there and nailed Mario Lemina. Good cross there from Redmond. There's Shane Long, and a very typical Shane Long-esque finish there. But decent play from Nathan Redmond there. Again, I'm looking to try and bring a right back in. Hopefully Glenn Johnson joins to play as a backup right back to Cedric. But I'm looking for another one just in case. So Prowse and Redmond had an opportunity today to try and stake their claim at right wing back. Any good performance from the reserve team I've noticed so far? Not particularly. A few 6.9s. Marcus Barnes, a player I've got to keep an eye on too. There's a chance. Stevens. There's Højbjerg with the goal. 3-0. All right. So beating the under-23 team 3-0. Obviously in a first game here. It's a pretty good way to start, despite the under-23 team having, been down a player since the 9th minute of the game. They've only had a couple shots. Possession's been good. Obviously, this is a highly possession tactic. I want to be aggressive. I want to have high possession. And so far, it's ticked both of those boxes, so no complaints. So yeah, I imagine this will be the full time any second now. Yep, there it is, full time. So first win of Football Manager 2019 against the under-23 teams here. Probably wasn't the best thing to do. Probably should have handled it myself, but we'll move on. But I think that's going to be about it for today's video. So if you guys are hyped and looking forward to Football Manager 2019, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up too. Give it a like. Thank you so much. Obviously, a lot of these videos, especially the beginning, were me trying to feel out the new game. But thanks so much for watching it. I appreciate you guys. If you guys are new to the channel and you wanted to see me do Football Manager videos every day of the week, please feel free to subscribe, turn notifications on, and just thanks so much. And I'm looking forward to Football Manager 2019. I'm delighted it's here. As you can see, I'm very, very, very excited to have Football Manager back. But thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next part. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.